I'm Megan. This is my husband Billy. We met on eHarmony. These are our children, Michael and Lydia. And these are my siblings, Jacob and Zoe. We aren't your typical family, but together we have lots of fun. Okay guys, welcome back to StepMom Talk. This actually wasn't the video I was going to do, but I thought of this video and I still have been there. So, this is my advice. Yeah, my advice. Okay, so what do you do when your kids always bring up the past? Remember when you and mom did this? Remember when you and mom did this? Remember when we did this with dad? Does that ever get annoying? When you probably haven't been together in like 10 years. Okay, also, what do you do when your kids bring up things they do with mom all the time? Now, here's what I'm gonna say you're probably not hearing. With mom, they're probably saying, Dad and I did this. Dad and us did this. Oh, we did this with Dad. So just because you're getting it at mom's house doesn't mean, or you're getting it at dad's house doesn't mean that mom's getting the same exact thing. Now, some kids do use it as a manipulation tool to kind of show like, well, mom does this with us. Well, mom does this with us. Well, mom does this with us. Or the classic, well, mom doesn't do nothing with us. Dad doesn't do nothing with us. Hello, if any of y'all watching Teen Mom, you see those little kids manipulating and we're all going, Step family blended life. Yep. Okay. That little girl needs to cut that out right now. Okay, so with that, the first thing is, some parents maybe have more money than other parents, especially if you have if dad has a really big child support check that's leaving his household every month, every 2 weeks, going to the other parent, that does limit what he has at his house. Or the opposite. Mom doesn't get a lot of child support and so she's kind of struggling. Or one parent is more financially secure than another one, and so therefore things change. So this is what we do in our home. They're allowed to bring something up. They can bring up a memory. And oh, that sounds so much fun. And then we move on from the subject. For instance, there was a time we were at Schlitterbahn. And the kids were having a lot of fun. And something happened that reminded them of a story of something that happened with dad and mom. We were enjoying the moment. I wasn't going to take away from that moment, but it was funny for them to relive a moment that was special between them. Mom's name is always allowed in this home. I'm never going to make them feel weird, like they can't talk about mom, because I want this to be a safe haven, just like I want their home with mom to be a safe haven. But when it gets kind of obsessive, we're going to redirect. Oh, that's great. Change the subject. If you see that mom's name is getting brought up a lot. Now, in our case, we are a lot, I wouldn't say, I don't know really what mom does per se in her household, because I know what kids tell me, but I don't necessarily always believe them. I hate to tell you, don't always believe you. From what I've gathered, it seems like we are a lot more active family. That has to do with me. That does not have to do with my husband. I love him, but it does not have to do with my husband. I'm one of those people that I like to get out and go to parks and go out and do things and get physically into something. Go to museums, go to different events around town. I'm always researching things to do. Free things to do, cheap things to do, things that are once in a lifetime experience. Something. I'm always looking for something for our kids to do. But where mom lives, it's a little bit harder. Honestly, I've looked up. It's super hard. So she has to do things a little different. Also with our kids are big movie junkies. They love to go to the movies. So if mom takes them to the movies, cool. That's just our kids. Our kids, especially Michael, loves video games and loves going to the movies. That is his thing. My thing is more physical activity. He loves it once he does it. He complains about it, but he does it, and then he likes it. So for us, how we do is we just kind of redirect. Mom's name is always allowed because there may be something at some point the child needs to tell us, and they need to feel comfortable with mom's name being able to be said. And in our home, but there's a point where you don't tattle on mom, like, well, mom and her boyfriend. If it is not something life-threatening, that conversation is ended. Mom had surgery. Do you have any questions about it? No. Okay. Cool. I'm glad mom had surgery. I'm glad mom's doing good. And move on. I don't need to know mom stayed up till midnight. I don't care. Mom's an adult. I don't care. That was something that we had to kind of learn how to work through that, because are you giving me this information because you're seeking knowledge? Or are you giving me this information to tattle to see what I say back so you can go report to mom? So sometimes he'll say, and sometimes we already know, you know, hey, I have surgery this week. Can we switch weekends? Yeah, cool, girl, I understand. And so different things like that we just do. But I've asked, we've gotten to where we start doing that to kind of not get so much in mom's business. If it is something that we are concerned about, we will bring up with mom, but most of the time it's just kids talking. Because, yeah. And then for us, if they bring up they only speak of dad and mom in the past, and oh, you remember when we did this? Remember when we did that? That's a time for dad, I feel like, to step in and kind of, you know, change it up. Oh yeah, I remember that. That was fun. And then redirect the conversation. And not in the way that is like, we're not going to be talking about that. It just redirects the conversation. He might bring up, hey, do you remember that time we went swimming? That was so much fun. What was that thing you had in your hand? Do we still have that? You're redirecting it. You can bring up a story that has just happened, or completely change the subject altogether. Kind of teaches the kid that if they're doing that to kind of manipulate or something, to stop doing it. It's not working. Because you're ending the conversation, or you're switching the conversation. Now, I am no expert on this. Some of these things are just what we have done, because we've started to see that this isn't just going down memory lane, or this is gossip reasons, or this is manipulation, because ours would sometimes end with, man, I wish you were still with mom. And sometimes that's okay to say, you know what? I understand. You liked it when mom and I were together. But you know what? Mom and I are doing better living separate lives. Mom's happier. I'm happier. Move on. Sometimes kids will do that to kind of play that emotional card game, that guilt game with you. That's a great time. You followed up with that. Keep going. Introduce another conversation. It kind of gets the kid to stop. Because sometimes it's a manipulation. And if you keep, you know, you liked it. You know what? Mom's doing better. I'm doing better. It's better this way. And keep going. Don't go, I'm sorry. No, keep going. So those are just a couple things that we do when mom's name or dad's name. Try to see, are you seeking information? Are you walking down memory lane? Or is this for gossip and manipulation? And kind of go from there. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, link them down below. And I would love to talk to you about it. I'm sure there's going to be many, many more years of this. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.